Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh. Oftentimes I have seen people discussing that Mecca which ki Kaaba hilya si. So I was reading a very interesting book by Taajudin Naqsbandi, who was a writer, an author in the Middle East. And now I'm sharing his chapter from you, in which he has written the Mecca moved. Now in this chapter he describes that after visiting Jerusalem, the three of them, Guru Nanak Sahib, Bhai Mardana Ji and Taajudin, the three of them moved towards the city of Mecca. Now he writes that Kaaba is little distance away outside the city, and by the time they reached Kaaba it was evening. ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਇੱਕ ਚੱਕਰ ਕੱਟਿਆ ਕਾਬਾ ਦੇ ਆਸ-ਪਾਸ ਤੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਇੱਕ ਮੁਸ਼ੱਲਾ ਪਿਆ ਸੀ। ਉਸ ਮੁਸ਼ੱਲੇ ਤੇ ਉਹ ਬੈਠ ਕੇ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਕਰਨਾ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋ ਗਏ। ਕਰਦੇ ਕਰਦੇ ਰਾਤ ਦੇ 3 ਵਜ ਗਏ। 3 ਵਜੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਭਾਈ ਮਰਦਾਨਾ ਜੀ ਨੂੰ ਕਿਹਾ ਕਿ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਲੋਗ ਕੀਰਤਨ ਕਰਦੇ ਜਾਓ, ਤੇ ਉਹ ਆਪ ਲੇਟ ਗਏ। ਤਾਜੁਦੀਨ ਰਾਈਟਸ ਕਿ I was surprised. How come we are not supposed to be sleeping and he is sleeping? But then I got the answer very early. The caretaker of Kaaba came around 5:30. His name was Jeevan, and he was sweeping the area, and at that time he was reciting the verses, the kalmas from the Quran. And then all of a sudden he noticed that somebody was lying with his feet touching the Kaaba. So as this caretaker saw this, he was filled with anger and he started saying, Kafir, Kafir, Kafir. ये काफिर हिंदुस्तान से आए हैं, इनको समझ नहीं आता कि ये अल्लाह की जगह है, ऐसे कैसे कर सकते हैं। And then he started getting angry at Guru Sahib. So Guru Sahib gently called him, asked him, why are you getting angry? And then this infuriated him all the more. He said, you are acting such a blasphemous act by touching Kaaba with your feet, and you are asking me this question ki hua kya hai? And he was so annoyed. Guru Sahib gently asked him, अगर आपको लगता है कि मेरे पैर कहीं और होने चाहिए, so you can shift my feet in that direction. Jeevan threw his broom and then held Guru Sahib's feet and dragged him in the opposite direction. Doing this, then he returned back to his cleaning activity and he started reciting the kalmas and started brooming the place. After a few minutes, he again looked towards Guru Sahib and he saw that his feet were again touching Kaaba. This infuriated him so much. He said, earlier I thought that it was a mistake that you had done. You didn't know how to lie down, so you were lying like this. But now I think you are doing it to punish me, to make me angry. You kafirs, you will never understand our sentiment. And then he again rushed towards Guru Sahib. Again he held his feet and turned him in the other direction. And again he returned back to his job of cleaning the place. The moment he reached there, again he looked towards the Guru, and the Kaaba wall was again touching his feet. He said, enough is enough. I will tell you. I'm going to tell the Haji about all this. And this Haji is going to punish you. He'll hit you. He'll curse you. He'll do so many things. And then you'll understand what you are doing with our sacred place. And then again he came back. In his anger, as he shifted Guru Sahib's place, he noticed that the Kaaba was again moving. Now this was the third time that Taajudin was witnessing that Kaaba was moving. And Taajudin writes this, कि for Jeevan it was a miracle happening, and I was seeing it repeatedly again and again. Every time Jeevan would shift his feet, the Kaaba would automatically move around the Guru and would again reach there as if Kaaba matha tek reha si Guru Sahib nu. This was a life-changing moment for Jeevan, and he said, "You are the Allah. Please forgive me, please forgive me, please forgive me." And Guru Sahib just told him, "May Allah always remain in your heart." Saying this, Guru Sahib went into a deep trance, and by Mardana ji, he started reciting certain kirtan. Jeevan sat there for quite some time, and after that he started running towards the city. Taajudin says that I was afraid probably he's going to get some crowd or something, and Taajudin also started running after Jeevan. As Jeevan reached the Jama Masjid, he climbed on the tallest of the minaret and he started shouting at the top of his voice and saying, "O people of Arabia, you have always prayed, you have always come to Kaaba to meet your Allah, and today Allah has come to Kaaba. Come out of your slumber, come out to meet your Allah. Allah is there at Kaaba." Hearing this, hordes of Arab men started coming towards the Jama Masjid. Lot of people flocked the Jama Masjid within 15-20 minutes. And Taajudin was witnessing so many emotions at the same time. And then the Haji also came. There was a meeting held by all higher priests of the Kaaba, and they all decided that howsoever holy this person might be, this person has done something which he should not have done. He circumambulated the Kaaba around him, and this is an unpardonable act. So उन्होंने एक फतवा जारी कर दिता गुरु नानक साहिब जी दे अगेंस्ट. उत्थे दे हाजी दा नाम सी रुकनुद्दीन. So Jeevan went to Rukanuddin and said, "I know you will do the best possible, but एक रिक्वेस्ट है मेरी तुहाडे अगे कि जो भी तुसी फैसला ले रहे हो, प्लीज़ एक वारी अल्लाह नू याद करके फैसला लो. मैं उस बंदे नू देख के आया हाँ और रब दा रूप है. प्लीज़ ऐसा कुछ नहीं करना जिदे लई तुहानू सारी जिंदगी पछतावा होंदा रहे." जीवन दी ओ कही हुई गल हाजी दे मन ते लग गई. हाजी ने कहा, मैं देखदा की करदा. बट फतवा जारी हो गया सी ते सारे बंदियां ने गुस्से विच चैंट करना शुरू कर दिता सी, मारो मारो फकीर नू, मारो फकीर नू. ते सारे एकदम जोश विच आ गए. ते रुकनुद्दीन काजी ने दोबारा एक मीटिंग बुलाई ते जिदे विच डिसाइड होया कि थोड़े जे बंदे ही खाली जाणगे काबा मिलन नू गुरु नानक देव जी नू. So as these people started going, there were a group of 150 people who were chosen, who were the town people. Rukanuddin had decided not to take the village people, so he had taken the selected higher priests. But all of them were also filled with anger. As they were reaching Kaaba, around 100 feet away from Kaaba, they stopped there to discuss their further course of action. As they stopped there was lot of hatred, lot of anger filled in their hearts against Guru Sahib. And by that time, Rukanuddin had mellowed down. Jeevan's voice, "Let Allah be with you," had transmitted to Rukanuddin. And when they all started walking after a brief meeting, nobody could walk. The ground froze all of them there itself. Only Rukanuddin Qazi could go further to meet Guru Sahib. Taajudin writes, "I was a witness to all this that was happening. I was hearing people. I was feeling the feeling in the air. I could feel what Rukanuddin is going through. And this was a miracle that simply got plastered inside me. A divine soul was there in front of Rukanuddin. As Rukanuddin kept walking towards Kaaba, he greeted Guru Nanak Dev Ji, Salam Walaikum, and Guru Nanak Dev Ji said, Sat Kartar, Gurbar Akal, Sat Shri Akal." I hope you have subscribed my channel to hear more such interesting stories, the real Saakhis of our Guru Sahib. The next part will follow soon. So make sure you like, share and subscribe this channel to keep getting authentic account of Guru Nanak Dev Ji's Arabian Diaries.